die legend. Yeah, son God, homie, I'm reverend. Preach, just protecting my investment. Ask about me, integrity's not in question.
All right, guys, so we are out here in Glamis. It's pretty amazing. It's like 70 degrees. It's perfect weather. I actually really am liking the sand. It's not that dusty. Kind of perfect conditions right now. Not too many people out here. Just a really good, fast group. So I'm blown away, though. This RZR that they built for me, I've never had this good a suspension on anything before. These springs actually are just shock therapy springs. They're not even valved yet. So I'm thoroughly impressed with this thing. Plenty of power. I'm like 70% the whole time. Not even really pushing it.
Jesus Christ.
Normally, if you park to the top, people never go by you that quick. So you got to assume there's always something maybe down in the bottom. That's why we're sitting here. Different flavors out here, though. You got really crazy groups. You got really slow groups. You got really seasoned, good groups. And then you have, you know, sometimes you have one idiot in the group that just wants to show off in front of guys sitting around. And then a lot of really terrible stuff happens out here. So you always got to keep your head on a swivel. If he had like rolled or whatever, I'd be like, go get the flag! I jumped about to that water bottle. He jumped about mid. Everybody needs a Doug out here, you know? Just old safety Doug, just let you know it's safe. If Doug's on top of the hill, you know nothing bad's ever gonna happen. Do whatever you want. I mean, if he's waving you on, it's good to go. He's laid it out. Basically not even dangerous at all. All right, this guy's hitting it.
Got it? We'll just go left one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was fun to hang out with. He lost an arm wrestling, so now he's got something to prove right now. Not as bad as I thought. 10, 15 more mile an hour, he's got it. That looked pretty smooth. Yeah, okay. Let's go see if get these side-by-side boys in a race.
We're waiting for you to get out there. And I'm flagging.
You better warm that motor up, buddy.
Just bring your best out. Let's go right now.
I'll go out there. You want to go out there?
Pro against pro, dude.
Let's pro it up. All right, so what is this, gecko drags? Gecko, is that what we call it?
Yep.
Yeah. And day goes down, everybody comes out here, so it's always like a nice run here. It looks pretty smooth on the left, so let's stay on the left.
Yeah.
You just have a 93 tune.
Yeah, I'm running a 93 tune. You're running a 100 octane tune, so
Yep.
you should have a little more power. But other than that, very similar builds, very similar tires.
Do you have a little more weight?
Real good race.
I just ate a good big taquito thing, so got a few more pounds on him. So it should be pretty even. I was thinking I'll just get him on the jump. But then I was like, nah, we'll actually see it. I'm curious. Pretty quick. But yeah, I was shocked though. It did pull pretty good on Battlefield with only a difference in the tune, really. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed. You know, I mean, when I've been driving this, I've been about 70% the whole day, and then I'll kick it over with a little bit more power when I want to mess around. But in our group, lead follow, you don't need even all this power at all ever. I mean, just when we take off. So it's kind of nice to let it loose out here. And to be honest, it's not overwhelming. Like the power is not like crazy either. It's just a nice amount of power. Great tune too. It's not hiccuping. It's not. The throttle response is great. Tunes you can kind of get messed up where like at top end it'll kind of have like little glitches and weird stuff. So it's been running really, really good. All right, so I saw this guy. He came over to our camp earlier. I didn't get a chance to look at it. You didn't really know what it was yet. I thought they probably threw it on some sort of RZR chassis, which you did. So it's a 2018 turbo.
Yep.
And
so we live in California.
Okay.
So you can't drive a RZR on the street unlike some other states. So we decided we were going to put a Volkswagen body on it. So it's tagged in California. We drive it to work, shit like that.
Nice, nice.
We had to make some modifications to the cage, the wheelbase a little bit longer.
Okay, so you extended it out.
It's the wheelbase is like 2 inches longer than a stock RZR this year, and then the cage is kind of custom built. We had to move the bars back a couple inches.
Oh, I see. Y'all moved down to before. Yeah. And then did you make all your A-arms and all that?
A-arms and all that stuff was purchased. We do cages and stuff like that. We got OAC Motorsports. We make a couple cages and just for fun, playing around.
Cool. Any other mods to it?
It's got all shock therapy, everything you can do to it. Motor's built. It's got forged and stud, bigger turbo, bigger injectors, but it's not that much faster because it's a little bit heavier than a stock RZR.
And it looks a lot heavier, but how much heavier is it?
It's probably like 200-300 pounds heavier.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot. We always talk about out here.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Weight's the killer out here, but I mean it's so fucking cool though. I love it. Do you have a name for it?
What do we call it, Josh?
It's just the OAC rig.
It's just the bug, dude. Yeah.
Well, we gotta come up with a good name for it. I mean, it's pretty freaking.
Name it. We'll put it on the side of it.
I don't know. I'm not.
Put you on the spot.
Give me a minute. I'll come up with something for it. But that's pretty awesome. Well, thanks for walking around it.
Those are weak.
Let's start off with what you told me when you rode in it. You said, is this bone stock?
Bone stock.
And you
I was
kept
very
asking
surprised.
me over and over, is this bone stock? And then I realized that car's leaving, dude. That car's There's no way that sucker's gonna last.
Yeah, so 2022 Pro R, bone stock, like you said, out
Bone
of the
stock.
box.
Out of the stock.
Bayonne
Out of the stock.
stock.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
picked it up. This is the first real rip on this thing. And yeah, it's a pretty wild car, man. Like, totally new chassis from Polaris, real wild suspension, a whole new drive line, new brakes, new bearings, new engine, new transmission, new clutches. It's all fresh.
Is it wider? Are they 74?
74, so the stock, like now, everything is 72, and this one bumped it up to 74. So just 2 more inches, dude. But you'd be surprised what those 2 inches do.
That's just a couple months.
That's all you need.
I was surprised at how well it really was doing, and it's just, and then I look at what I had to do to mine to get it there, and yours is just coming that way now. But now they are a higher price point.
They are definitely
Out the
higher.
door. This is the maxed out version, right?
This is
like,
the
can you get
maxed out
anything better than
version.
this?
No.
This is it.
And how much was it?
It was $50,200 and some odd dollars
Out the door.
It's a stiff bill.
What?
Yeah.
This is a launch edition though, so they hit you with
Yeah. They
unknown
whatever.
$1,000,
Here's
$2,000.
a few grand for no reason.
The one thing I was also shocked about was when you're talking about the motor architecture, it's like kind of like a Honda.
Is
that what they're saying?
Yeah, it's similar. You hear some different things, but there's definitely some Honda in there. It shares a lot of design with actually the twin-cylinder Polaris engine, like what's in yours. Things like connecting rods are basically the same, but it's not an engine that's just plucked out of a different platform or a different vehicle and dropped in a razor. It is a new engine. For
Everybody
this
keeps
thing.
talking about the potential.
I think there's a lot of it.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of-
So it's 225 horsepower as it sits right now, but I mean, it's a big engine for one of these things. It's 2 liters, 4
Yeah,
cylinders. There's a lot
that's
to
a
work with
big
there.
motor.
I don't know, a little turbo, 400 horsepower, ripping
Yeah,
around
just a-
dependably.
yeah.
I think it'll happen.
So, comparatively speaking, what kind of horsepower did you bump mine up to?
You're on 110 octane tune right now. You're probably making 245, 250.
Yeah, I
the
think it's
crank?
making all that.
Yep.
It feels really great. I mean, running the dunes, I was about, like I said, kept saying 70, 80% throttle. You were behind me today. You felt it when I hit 100.
Yep.
I was,
Many times.
I was
many
into a
times.
drive throwing roost all day. I was having a good time. But yeah, I think the power is incredible, and it's more than you need. You know, which is what you're searching for. You want a little bit more than you need. You don't want to be balls out the whole time.
Right.
I mean, I think this kind of stock has enough power already, but now with the long travel and just, well, I got myself into trouble a couple days ago. We didn't have it on film, but you thought it rolled.
Yeah, I did. I can't believe it didn't.
I hit basically a hole at probably 50, 60, and it hit so hard that didn't do really any damage. I hit right on the front of the chassis here, but it snapped both of the like high quality whips that you guys got for me. It's not, what were they, 5150?
Yeah, 5150 whips, like thick fiberglass, full high quality whips. I have never seen them snap like that.
A double
before.
shear.
Never seen that before.
I did have a weird throat issue for a couple days. Came back today. I don't know why. I don't know. It's
Sucker's
weird
dead.
there. My trace a little. You know when you like bend the straw too many times? That's what's going on in here. And the lights were bent down. They were just angled down after I hit. So
That's a hard hit.
dude, I hit really hard. Shockingly, it didn't even stall. It was fine. Took it. Didn't blow a bead. These rims and tires you guys put on are incredible. Perfect paddle setup. I'm not wanting any more. It's not too much spin. It's not bogging down. So it was a perfect setup. Love the doors. I got to fix the buttons on them. I want to push the button out a little bit. They're a little farther down on these doors.
They are,
Yeah.
Yep. The door's a little taller than the stock setup.
But overall, you guys built me an incredible ride. I mean, I love it. But seriously, I could ride this thing for 5 years. I guarantee it. Never need anything else. It's awesome. Right now, I say we jump in and do a quick little drag race just to show the people kind of what a tuned version run on 100 octane, around 230, 240, 250 maybe horsepower, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And you guys are running 220 stock.
225 stock.
225 stock, and you're a little heavier. A little bit. How much heavier are the
Quite a bit
forces?
heavier. I'll bet that car is in the range of 700 pounds heavier. Thick
We'll
girls.
drive because we're pretty similar.
you,
and,
pushing these days?
I'm just.
Let me tell you, I'm
I was
pushing
to say, we're pushing the same, brother. I'm saying 240. You about 240?
240, God bless you. That's what I was in the 7th grade.
All right, let's get this on the road. Let's see what we can do.
right there. Let's do a top end pull. See who friggin' wins.
You want to race more?
No.
I think so. All right, so that was pretty definitive win there. I kind of knew that was going to happen.
You did.
I don't know. It's pretty simple. There's not much to say. I am glad for the fans, I turned the camera back so I caught you back there.
You want to see something super cool?
Yeah, let's see it. I want to see something. Okay, guys. Well, I guess that's just another day chilling with Chet.
I'm out of here.
You want to go get ice cream? Just chicken par? I thought you were making dinner. I don't know if we're getting invited back to hang out with these guys. I think I beat every one of them this weekend. Did you see him? Only Rick's. He's 400 horsepower. But other than that, freaking awesome time. These guys are incredible. They built me an amazing ride. I honestly can't ask for anything more. So with it turning out from a stolen vehicle and totaled after they had already done it, and then transforming into a brand new one with all these red parts coming off the old one that we could salvage and reusing what we could, and then turning it into this, it's like the perfect ride now. I love it so much. Thanks again, guys. Thanks, Rick and Matt and all the guys that really grinded on this thing and, bloody knuckled it up a couple times. And like I've mentioned a little before, we're going to put the new one, I think we're going to name it Plan B, is going to be put up for my first car type giveaway. I don't think we're going to do like a short one, like a 3-4 weeker like they do. I'll probably do a little bit longer, and that's going to start here in the next, I'd say in the next month. We could probably get this thing on the road and get Plan B rebuilt, because it's kind of in parts right now, and have it available to take some pictures and get it on the website and let everybody know what the first giveaway is truly going to be. So again, really guys, I appreciate everybody and logging in, subscribing and commenting, and like I always say, thanks again, because that's just another day chilling with Chet.